Hey, girl. Hey, girl. I know somebody. I know somebody. I ain't gonna say who. They're gonna be like, yo, how the fuck that nigga get that shit? Shit, I'm the goddamn witchfinder general. You should have asked somebody. 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 I'm the general. I'm the general, homie. But yeah, goddamn, Clyde even gonna make this nigga cry. That nigga done gave up the ghost. That nigga gave up the ghost and shit. That nigga done gave up. That nigga said, fuck the Bible, the whole Bible. Fuck you Israelite niggas. And I'm gonna go out there and do my own thing. And I don't want none of you niggas and shit following me. Of course you don't want nobody following you now, nigga, because they don't find out who the fuck you is, nigga. But we already knew who you was and shit, but like, Clyde even like put that shit in stone, nigga. Like, god damn. Shit. That nigga was talking about I was say this in front of somebody's shit. And I was ready to do something and shit. I said, nah, nah, nah. And shit. Was you dressed like that, Rob Rat? And shit? When you was ready to put in that work? Was you dressed like that, nigga? But like, yo, on some real shit, I was gonna do a video earlier and um I was like, I was gonna address it to Rob Rack and Greg Phillips and stuff. Like, don't feel bad, nigga. Like, you gotta learn from your shit. Like, y'all came out here talking all this shit, threatening niggas and just trying to be the man and just do it extra, like a whole bunch of extra shit. Like, oh, I got all this knowledge. You ain't got none of you niggas got shit. You niggas is on drugs. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, like, goddamn, my nigga. Like, be yourself. Like, be yourself. Like, that's what Killer Be. Like, you find the same nigga. It's some way. It's some way. I'm animated on the internet. But I'm the same motherfucker. Like, anybody that know me and shit, like, in real time and shit, they'll tell you, like, yo, this is that nigga. Like, this is really this nigga. We have to deal with this motherfucker with this shit, like, in real time. So, y'all don't feel bad because we got to deal with this nigga like this in real time. But, like, I'm just more animated on the internet and shit. But, like, y'all niggas, like, if y'all niggas is part of the LBGTQ community, don't be ashamed of that shit. Like, nigga, like, do you. And what you should have did was stop fronting, and y'all could have created content and shit on that shit and live y'all motherfucking lives. Like, on some real shit. Like, Judah Nazareth too, nigga. But we know that shit, nah, I ain't gonna say Judah Nazareth too. Cause he a narcissist and shit. He don't give a fuck about nothing. He don't give a fuck about himself, nigga. He don't even give a fuck about himself. That's why he out here trying to fuck all of y'all niggas up. They make y'all like him. You know what I'm saying? Because he jealous of everybody out here. This nigga, yo, if you got a one chicken McNugget you found on, like, sitting on top of a dumpster and shit, that nigga gonna be jealous of you and shit. He gonna try to make you, well, if you drop the motherfucker, ain't gonna be no difference and shit because this shit was sitting on top of the dumpster. But that nigga gonna hope try to make you drop that shit down the sewer drain and shit during a rainstorm. So that shit gonna float down into the drain and shit. That shit gonna be gone forever. That's what that nigga gonna try to do and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But back to these niggas. Back to this nigga right here. With Greg Phillips, you heard what I said and shit. Greg Phillips. So like that was your own fault, nigga. That was your own fault. And it's none of our business and shit what y'all do in your personal lives. It isn't. It really isn't none of our business. But when you come out there talking all that shit, like, know what I'm saying? Like, fucking threatening motherfuckers. I know I never heard Greg Phillips threaten nobody. But Greg Phillips would, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, He be doing extra, like, oh, I'm a Moor and the Moors and shit, like, oh, I slaughtered you. Like, nigga, you ain't do nothing, nigga. Like, you fucking retarded, nigga. Like, but it's it's crazy, yo. I don't know why niggas want to do it, but a lot of niggas do this, and a lot of niggas do this in real time too. Like you see that nigga with the fresh J's every month and shit, but that nigga on public assistance. He taking his check and buying J's. That's all he buying is J's. And he on Section 8, so he don't gotta pay $50 a month for his little apartment. But he can come out there and look flyer than you and shit. Because that money he's spending don't gotta go towards nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of niggas that, like, niggas do that in real time, but we got niggas like that on the internet. But I think it's worse on the internet. Like, but those somebody had to hit me to rest in peace Rodney and shit. Rodney was gay and shit. My boy Rodney. Everybody like knew that shit, but the motherfuckers always like say, nah, that nigga ain't gay. That nigga just eccentric. I remember one time they told me that shit. I didn't know what eccentric meant and shit. It said, yo, that nigga was wearing clogs one time. And I was like, see, that shit just too that shit too eccentric. Right? And the niggas fell out when I said that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was older than me and shit. Like, I was like, yo, that nigga, like, kind of, this was my Hebrew Israelite shit. So, like, you know what I mean? I'm feeling everybody out. I'm like, yo, that nigga a little weird. Like, that nigga a little off and shit. Like, whatever, right? But after that, like, you know what I'm saying? Me and Rodney and shit. Rodney was a good dude. Like, Rodney was mad good. A mad good dude. And he died, like, shit, Rodney, almost 2 years now and shit. Like, right? And it was funny, the nigga died. I was texting. We used to just be joking on motherfuckers and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, nigga, like, oh, I can't say, like, what the fuck? It ain't no graphic, like, gay ass shit, but, like, it was some other shit. Y'all niggas don't need to hear that shit, right? But we were talking about a motherfucking funeral and shit, like, right? All right, I can say this and shit. So I'm like, you crawled in the fucking grave with this motherfucker, like, my boy D Mike and shit, is blind dude, nigga, rap his motherfucking ass off and shit, right? Father Pit Village nigga, right? And the nigga didn't respond. Like, the nigga always respond back with some funny ass shit, like, right? And I responded, I hit him up again and shit, no response. Then I'm just like, this nigga would post like 100 times, like he was a social media genius. Like, that nigga had bad motherfucking followers and shit, right? So the nigga, I went to his Facebook page. I'm like, well, why this nigga ain't respond to shit? Like, right? That shit said, rest in peace. I was like, oh shit. Like, how the fuck this nigga die? Like, I had to day this nigga funeral, but this nigga was in his, like, they didn't find this nigga till like days later, like in his apartment and shit. Like, that shit was crazy. But yeah, like he would be a nigga and shit, be telling the truth. And he hit me like, cause niggas be like, you be hanging with motherfuckers and shit. Like, this nigga dead. Fuck it. Ain't nobody gonna whip my ass and shit. Fucking uh like we was talking about this dude and shit. I'm like, yo, that nigga always trying to hit me up for $1. Like every fucking day, this nigga hit me up for $1 and shit. Then he hit me like, yo, that nigga get like $2,000 a month, my nigga. Cause he blind and all this shit, like, right? So I'm like, huh? He said, yeah, nigga, like that nigga get mad, bruh. Cause I didn't know nothing about public assistance and SSI checks. I ain't never had that shit. So like I ain't know nothing about that shit. So like these niggas just finessing motherfuckers. Like this nigga had I'll get back on the subject in a sec and shit, but I'm just making a point here. Like they'll be like on you and shit, like asking you for shit, and they making more money a month than you. I'm struggling, and this nigga asking me for motherfucking dollars and shit for blunts and shit. Smoking more weed than a motherfucker, smoking like an ounce a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? The nigga wildin', right? And that nigga like using a motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? But he getting all this money, but and I was like, yo, this nigga be acting crazy. Like, this nigga just be like just spazzing for like no reason. Like, and I go to his crib, the nigga like, what the fuck you doing here and shit? I'm like, nigga, the same thing I was doing all the other times I come here and shit. But it be a certain time of the month he do that. He do that shit at the first of the month, in the beginning of the month, because he got money. You know what I'm saying? He get that check. So the nigga brand new. So he shitting on niggas. I think, who said that shit? Clyde Diva said that shit. That's funny as shit. I'm bringing it back home now. Clyde Diva said that shit the other day. How niggas and shit. I forgot how she said that shit. But that shit true. That shit true. Like the niggas I think it was Clyde Diva. I'm not sure who said that shit. But like a motherfucker get some new sneakers and just be putting niggas down. He got some fresh new kicks, but he calling niggas bums and all types of shit. But it's because that nigga got that check. But by the middle of the month, not even like the second week of the month, that nigga back your friend, asking you for $1. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of nigga like these motherfuckers is and shit. Rob Rack, Clyde even said that shit. Like the niggas be finessing niggas out of money. He finessed Chris Harris out of $500. Chris Harris, stupid, retarded ass, gave that shit to that nigga. I was like, you stupid little motherfucker. That nigga got you, nigga. I thought that nigga sell crack and weed and all types of shit, nigga. What that nigga need $500 for? You know what I'm saying? And like, this shit crazy, cause like, this nigga mad at everybody in the Hebrew Israelite community for what, nigga? You the one got caught, nigga. Say they all fake. They don't believe in the Bible. Nigga, you don't believe in the Bible, nigga. You don't believe in none of that shit. I said that shit. My main beef with Rob Rat back in the day is dishonestness. He was dishonest. Like, because there was some shit. He was going at Alizar. This is before Sakari even got started, my nigga. Sakari wasn't even started then. And he said, like, the scripture when it said you gotta you gotta hate your mother and father and shit to get in the kingdom of heaven and shit. Y'all know I'm paraphrasing, but y'all know the scripture, right? I went to the Greek and shit and showed that shit that shit don't mean hate. In the Strongs it says hate, but niggas don't know how to read. They don't know how to use the Strongs concordance. The Coats take the Strongs and pervert it. Like, you gotta learn how to know how to use a concordance. They don't use it. They use it fucked up. Like on some like nigga shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like a real scholar, a biblical person and shit, they know how to use it. Just like dictionaries and thesauruses and shit like that. It's a certain way you have to use it for it to be effective. But I went to the Greek. It showed how that word hate is not in the Greek. When you go to the Greek language, that word hate ain't there for that scripture. It was misi and miso. And I forgot which one is which and shit. But I'm just going to say miso, right? Meant not to put, basically it means not to put your parents over God. It don't mean to hate your parents. It means to not put them over God. That's what the scripture is saying. I showed that to him. And all these like super Hebrew Israelites and shit, they didn't understand that shit. It took literally like 2 weeks for them to come around and understand what I'm talking about. I still got the screenshots somewhere and shit, right? And that nigga said, yeah, you right and shit. And then that nigga went and did a live like fucking 15 minutes later, still pushing that shit. I'm like, yo, that's wicked as fucking hell, nigga. Like, that's wicked. So that was my main beef from the rip with that nigga. From the rip. Like, I'm talking, this is like 7-8 years ago or whatever. Like, this is before Tour Nights has started. Know what I'm saying? And like, the nigga wicked. Now, this nigga just finished in his video talking about these niggas is wicked and they don't follow the Bible. That's you, nigga. That's you, along with these niggas. You don't let these niggas turn on you. Your shit weak anyway, nigga. Like, shit. And when you said you wasn't an Israelite no more, I came to you made peace with you, gave you some good advice to do you. I said, do you, yo. Do your shit. Ride your own fucking wave, nigga. That nigga didn't want to listen. And the boxing, what's his nigga name? Like something boxing TV, some shit. Like, right? He was on Clyde Diva shit. The comic boys, we was going talking and shit. But he knows he's the nigga that wanted to fight Siberius cause Rob bitch ass was scared of that white boy and shit, Siberius, cause Siberius gonna fuck him up and shit. That nigga was scared to fight that nigga, even though we was gonna pay all his expenses and everything. Probably would have paid his hospital bills after he got fucked up. But he said the same shit. He said, yo, I helped Rob. I like did all this shit for Rob. But when he go live, this nigga like trying to chump me. And that's the shit that nigga was doing to me. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, nigga. Like, and then he would let Lex on. I'm like, yo, why is you letting this nigga on, nigga? These niggas is using you for your platform to get all your motherfucking people and bring it over to they shit. And you could be stuck with nothing. That nigga didn't want to listen. Trying to, like, chump me and shit. I'm fucking dicing motherfucking Lex. Well, maybe he had Lex Vortex on there because Lex Vortex like trannies. I'm just saying. Just saying. But it's sad. Like, these niggas is sad. It's like they depressed. Like, this nigga depressed as fuck right now. He can't even show his fucking face, nigga. He talking about I might go outside there. You not gonna go outside there, nigga. You can't. That nigga ain't gonna let you on there after that shit. Nigga, you can be looking fucking crazy, nigga. Shaq gonna be fucking straight clowning you, nigga. You a clown right now. You a clown. All that hardcore shit, showing your gun and all that shit, nigga. You broke, nigga. You gotta hang your clothes on a fucking pipe in the basement. Like, that shit's fucked up, nigga. Like, that shit's fucked up. Like, you fucked up, nigga. You shitted on too many people. And the Most High fucking you up for that shit. And I'm not talking about Yahweh. I'm talking about fucking the creator, nigga. Like, he fucking you up because you wicked, nigga. The wicked don't prosper, nigga. Like, shit, goddamn, nigga. You over there fucking with Judah Nazareth shit, doing all types of wickedness with that nigga. And that nigga using you. You didn't learn from when he told you that he control you? When that nigga put that fucking spell on your ass, nigga? He still got that spell on you, nigga. Stupid. Stupid. That's why he fucking running circles around your dumb ass, nigga. And he run for me, nigga. Run for me, nigga. This shit crazy, nigga. I feel like putting Neggy on your ass right now, nigga. I put Neggy on you, straight drag you, nigga. Drag you up and down the block and shit. Cause you deserve it. Put Neggy on your ass and shit. You know how Neggy talk and shit. Neggy say some shit that it'd be like Cheers comedy and shit. You know, white folks got like certain type of comedy and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That black people don't understand and shit. Like Cheers. How white people watch Cheers and be cracking the fuck up and shit. Black people just be sitting there with straight face. And like Saturday Night Live and shit. Only thing Saturday Night Live black people watch is the one that had Eddie Murphy in it. That was it. But anyway, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you did Nagy dirty. You did all these motherfuckers dirty, yo. And all these people would have been rocking with you if you would have kept shit 100. Would have been rocking with you. Would have had your channel lit. But you over there on the other people's shit. You talking about, I'm not going to be on nobody's fucking panel and shit. Making their shit great. Nigga, you can't even make your own shit great. How you going to make somebody else shit great, nigga? People laugh at you. You a joke. Just like Judah Nazareth. People over there to see what type of buffoonery he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit real. Like, I'm telling you real shit, Rob. I'm telling you real shit. And you know I was supporting you when you left that shit. You know I was supporting you. And I knew you was fucking gay, nigga. I ain't give a fuck. I was supporting you just like I was supporting anybody and shit that trying to do something. And the shit was fun. being over there. I would like to get them videos and shit, because you say you're going to take all your shit down. I would like to get all those old videos that I was on. And you pressing me and shit, and I'm beating your ass up on the scriptures, on the whole gay shit in the Bible and shit, nigga. Has you looking crazy, nigga. And what you was doing. Ignoring that shit, trying to humiliate me and all types of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lex come up on there, you all under that nigga ass and shit. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that shit wild, yo. That shit wild. But I want to know why Judah Nazareth protect you, yo. Protect you on that shit, nigga. I got some other shit that no motherfuckers don't even know, Rob. I got some other shit. I dug some shit up today, and it's crazier than this shit I'm showing right here on the screen, nigga. Because, like, niggas don't even... The person who did this, like, gonna be like, where that nigga get that shit from? I ain't gonna say who shit that is, but, like, you know what I'm saying? I got another one, too. Actually, I got two other ones and shit. But, um... yeah, this shit crazy, yo. This shit crazy. Like, niggas just can't be they self, yo. Be yourself. Like, be yourself. Like, I told everybody, like, Chris Harris be running to everybody platform and shit. And, like, that shit not helping you. That shit helping them, nigga. They ain't on your shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this shit crazy. But, like, just like the nigga try to use me and shit, that nigga gonna fall just like you, nigga. Judah Nazareth coming, too. But that nigga keep falling this shit. But he a narcissist. He don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? That nigga just gonna keep going. Like, he don't give a fuck. But I don't push that nigga till he do something to himself. You know what I'm saying? And I still, like I said, yo, I wasn't lying either, nigga. I got years worth of information that I ain't even fucking released yet, nigga. On that nigga. I just slow walk this motherfucking shit. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. How the song go? Slow motion for me. That's how I'm doing that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Had the alcohol in me. I took my time. Like old dirty bastard said. That's how I do it. Had the alcohol in me. I took my time. But that shit crazy, yo, cause that shit is you, yo. That's the same nose. Goddamn, nigga. Why? Well, I'm not saying it like that. Like, why, nigga? If that's you, nigga. Like, do you? I don't give a fuck if you turn that camera on one day and you had the wig on and all that shit. I still be over there. I'll be like, yo, what up, Rob? Or Roberta. I'll be like, yo, what up, Roberta? Know what I'm saying? I'll still be the same nigga, yo. Yeah, I swear to God, I'll be the same nigga. I'll be the same nigga. I wouldn't laugh at you and none of that shit, nigga. But since, like, you know what I'm saying, you accuse all these other people of this shit, and you put death threats and like all types of shit on motherfuckers, we gonna drag you, nigga. Drag the fuck out you. Like what you expect. You try to be the bully, like well, you was the bully, nigga. And we all know what bullies are. Like, you know what I mean? They hurt motherfuckers inside. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Like, so I don't like this shit crazy, my nigga. This shit crazy. This shit crazy as fuck, man. I want to see if this shit still. I hope this shit recording right, cause I don't see the thing. Yeah, it's still going. All right, bet. Oh, Roberta. Roberta. I'm still trying to think of how I'm gonna do the title for this motherfucker. But yeah, like man, this shit is sad, yo. Judah Nazareth need to come out too. Hey, girl. And we all know we like that shit been out. Like I need Clyde Diva to release that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can give her some ammo, nigga. You gotta drop all this shit that I got, Clyde Diva. Like you gotta drop it because you got a broader audience. You know what I'm saying? We make this nigga crawl in a hole somewhere because he don't need to be around people at all. He don't need to be around people at all. Like he need to be institutionalized. You're the one that's crazy. Institutionalized. You driving me crazy. I know none of y'all know what that shit is. Suicidal tendencies and shit. Look it up. But it's I don't know, man. This shit is just fucking bizarre, yo. The way people are, and like I just can't believe how this nigga is trying to blame it on the community, nigga. This is all you. This has nothing to do with Israelites. It has nothing to do with piece of shit Israelites, wicked Israelites. It don't got nothing to do with none of that shit, nigga. That's all 1000% you. You were the problem. You're the one that did all of this to you. And I just can't believe they made you close shop, nigga. They ran you off the block. It was that easy, nigga? They ran you off the block, nigga. Like, they literally, I know I ran Judah Nazareth off the block for like 6 months and shit. And nigga try to peek his head back through. It was like, yeah, let him come back in here again. So we drag his ass again. Fucking, ran you off the block, nigga. Oh, Clyde started busting her gun, nigga. Ran you off the fucking block. Got you looking crazy, nigga. Got you looking crazy. And everything add up, nigga. Like the barber thing. I saw that shit on your boy, what's his name? Jeremy and Jamin or some shit like that. I forgot his name and shit. The nigga that owned the barbershop, Rob. Yeah, I know about all that shit, nigga. I know about all that shit. Hef and all that shit, nigga. I know about all that shit, nigga. I saw you doing the hair and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, girl. You a hairdresser, nigga. I know, but hairdressers make big money and shit. I would do that shit. I just ain't that good shit like that. I don't think I'd be good at shit like that. But, like, obviously you are. Like, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should have been doing some barbershop videos or something. Like, that what your ass should have been doing, nigga. Doing you, nigga. I try to get niggas on board to do these skate video fucking channel and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Punk rock hardcore music fucking channel. You know what I'm saying? I got all that shit coming. But, like, nigga, you fake. Phony. Like I said, it's none of our business what you do in our personal life. But the way you carry yourself and attack people for like no reason and shit like that, nigga, this is what comes with that. This is what come with it, nigga. You did all of this. Ain't nobody did none of this shit but you. Nobody did none of this shit but you. And you wasn't true to yourself. Like, you wasn't even honest with yourself. You wasn't honest with us, but you just wasn't even honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, nigga. Don't be out here fronting. You got all this money and shit. You living in a fucking basement, nigga. All the women that be around you are all lesbians, nigga. Siberius even chumped you, not on the boxing shit, but you told that nigga to show his girl, nigga. That nigga showed it to you. The black chick laid up in the bed with the nigga. In real time. He like, all right, here. Instead, you put that shit on the screen and nothing, nigga. You just sat there chumped, looking stupid. If you who you claim to be and shit, let's see the girl up in the bed with you, laid up in the bed with you, nigga. Go. Put that shit on there right after my video, nigga. Put that shit up, nigga. Put that shit up. You talking about I'm gonna get me a white woman and all this shit. Like, for what? What you gonna get a white woman to prove to us something, nigga? You ain't gotta prove shit to us. To prove to the Israelite niggas, you talking about eating shrimp and lobster and pork and shit? Go ahead, nigga. Go ahead. I'm not gonna give a fuck. I'm not gonna give a fuck. So what? Eating shrimp last night, nigga. Shit. Wasn't that good, but shit, I ate that bitch. Because I paid good money for it. Damn sure was gonna eat it. Even though that shit ain't come out the way I wanted it to and shit. Damn sure was gonna eat that bitch. I ain't give a fuck. I don't think I'm a big fan of shrimp though. Yo, those clams on the half shell though, the raw clams, nigga, that shit fire. Nigga, I ain't never had that shit before. I did that, try that shit like last month. Holy shit, nigga, I ain't know that shit was that goddamn good, nigga. I would have been eating that shit. I would have been slipping eating that motherfucker when I was an Israelite. Dead ass, nigga. If I knew that shit was that goddamn good. I ate that shit. I almost cut my fucking hand in half and shit. Fucking tried to open that motherfucker. That's a tough motherfucking shell, nigga. Yo, them clans be holding that motherfucker like Rob Rack should be holding his butt cheeks and shit. That motherfucker, yo, that shit crazy. Those clans be holding that shit that shut, like that shit, you need a fucking knife to pry that bitch, like a sharp knife to pry that bitch open. But as soon as you hit that little muscle shit, that motherfucker pop right open and shit. Like that's a strong ass muscle. They should use that shit like for motherfucking like knee surgeries or some bullshit like or something. Like put that shit in a nigga like to fix some motherfucking shit. That muscles is fucked up. Cause that's a strong motherfucker, boy. And they can just open that shit up with no problem and shit. Like they just open that shit up like how we open our mouth. But shit, when they want that shit shut, nigga, that shit shut. For real. Like, you need a sharp, strong ass knife, motherfucker. Thin, sharp, strong ass knife to open that bitch. You put that hot sauce in that bitch, yo. Man, you scrape around that motherfucker, loosen that bitch up. Man, you slide that shit down your fucking throat, nigga. Pause. Fucking that salt water that be in that shit be fire, nigga. I was like, God damn, this bitch. I thought that shit was gonna be gross and I was wasting my money because I only brought like 2 of them and shit. I was like, I'm gonna eat one raw and then I'm gonna steam one and shit. Nah, I'm lying. I brought 4 of them. I brought 4 of them. 2 I ate and shit, and 2 I was gonna steam and shit. But I was gonna steam the 3 and just eat one. But I was like, God damn, this shit blazing. So I opened up another one, and then I tried to steam the other one and shit. That shit was too salty and shit. Cause I used salt and butter. That shit didn't come out right. So fucking like, but the raw shit, fire, nigga. But yeah, man, like for real though, like be yourself, nigga. Ain't nobody give a fuck. And nigga, if niggas making fun of you and shit, clowning you and shit, you don't need to be over there. You don't need to be over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And what I did with you, nigga, you was getting out of pocket and shit. I said, bye, nigga. And that was the end of it. I ain't go back over there no more. Simple as that. Looks like SVDL and shit. They faggot asses and shit would have blocked me and shit. Really for no reason, because that no race problem fucking motherfucker, I was gonna get that nigga. That nigga just like lucky I had other shit to do, nigga. I was gonna ruin that nigga whole life, nigga. Woo! Yo, you think you got it bad, Rob? What I was gonna do to solving the race problem, dude? You don't even fucking know, bro. You don't even fucking know the half, nigga. I never even tell nobody what I was about to do, nigga. I had that shit all lined up, nigga. I had that shit all lined up. That nigga, woo, shit. But it's niggas that deserve it. I don't just be doing that shit. It be niggas that deserve that shit. They be doing too much. They be doing too much. I know the motherfuckers the shit I'm showing you on the screen. Like, goddamn, that nigga really is a witchfinder general. That shit ain't out. How this nigga get that shit? I don't even know how I got this shit. I can keep that shit 100, nigga. I don't even know how I got that shit. But shit, it ain't over. I know somebody laughing at me. Shit, like this nigga gonna sing some guy up on this motherfucker and shit. Groovy, baby, tonight. It ain't over. It ain't over. The party's not over. Yeah, that shit's right shit. Jam. Oh, jam. Jam. Teddy Jam for me. Yo, the guy was the shit, nigga. I like Guy, yo. Guy was that shit. That's like one of my favorite R&B groups and shit. Guy was the shit. I might listen to some Guy after this motherfucker. And I'm not even a fan of R&B and shit like that. Guy was the shit. Um, just like when I went to recording school and shit too, like right. And I was producing like hip hop music, but like I really like low key and shit, like R&B, like producing R&B music and shit, better and shit. I still do like if I'll start doing, I don't do that shit no more because I it was before the whole internet shit got popping with music and shit. Like so, like you know what I'm saying now, like nah, I still want to do that shit because I don't like dealing with niggas. Like you know what I mean, niggas don't like they not they cowards. Niggas is cowards and shit. This like I've been talking about now and shit. Niggas don't really want to do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I know super talented motherfuckers been doing music 10, 15 years and ain't never dropped nothing. Ain't never shot they shit. And they did niggas still want to be giving me CDs. I'm like, nigga, a CD, nigga? I'm like, who the fuck got a CD player, nigga? I don't know last time I had a CD player in it or a DVD player in my motherfucking house, nigga. Fuck I need that shit for? And I like, look, you don't even got no contact written on this motherfucker. It don't got what it is or who it's by, none of that shit, nigga. I like, you just a sorry nigga. And I tell them that shit to their face. And just look at the expression and shit. Fucking this belt. I'm like, yeah, nigga. Like I told, like I said earlier and shit, like niggas got to deal with me in real time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all think it's bad online, nigga. Woo. I be hurting feelings, nigga. Don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with that, nigga? And I like know niggas like in the industry, like in the industry, like, you know what I'm saying? That can make shit happen. I'm like, I'm not even giving that shit to that nigga. Like, and I had learned a lesson and shit. And listen to other motherfuckers that fuck with me. They be like, yo, fall back on them niggas a little bit. Give them a year. Let's see what they doing in a year. I let a year go by and they be like, told you, motherfucker. Save me a whole bunch of time and aggravation. But yeah, man, this shit crazy, yo. Shit crazy. Well, all these niggas just be they self, yo. You see Negi being himself? Negi himself like a motherfucker and shit. Like Negi got like a little thing and shit now and shit. Negi hard the motherfucker and shit. Negi gangster with the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Negi got a little bolder that I feel than what he used to be and shit. Like, Negi don't give a fuck now. Negi go at your motherfucking head. You see those videos Negi doing? He himself. And that shit gonna grow. That shit gonna grow. And y'all go over there and subscribe to Negi and shit. Like, it's gonna grow because he be in himself. And all the people over there gonna be motherfuckers rocking with him. Just like me now, shit. Like, y'all niggas be rocking with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas be right here. You know what I'm saying? And like before, it was a bunch of Hebrew Israelite motherfuckers and shit. Like, get a be fuck you, bitch. The Most High gonna kill you, nigga. Uh, nigga, you gay. And like, I used to get mad at that shit. Now I laugh at that shit. Like, that shit, like, comical to me. Cause I know that tells me that I'm winning. When them niggas say that shit, the Most High gonna kill you, and nigga, you gay and shit. And here's the new one, you a pedophile and all that bullshit, nigga. That tells me I'm winning, nigga. That tells me I'm winning. I wear that shit like a badge, motherfucker. That means I'm winning. This nigga say I'm gay. This nigga said I'm a pedophile and shit. Like, nigga, I'm winning. Cause that nigga can't come up with nothing else creative to say for one. For one, so that's the first go-to shit that they do. Two, two is shit, like they can't prove none of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I just be laughing at these niggas and asking one question: what does your God say about bearing false witness? And these niggas fall on stuck every motherfucking time. One nigga try to like duck over what I asked him. I'm like, nigga, that's not what I asked you, nigga. They said, well, the Bible ain't got nothing to do with you and all this shit. I said, I wasn't talking about me, nigga. I said, I was talking about you. I said, what does your book say about Israelites being false witness? Then I said, prove that I was locked up, nigga. You know, Judah want to start the rumor that I was locked up for beating up my sister and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? My stepsister, like, the bitch, like, 60-something years old and shit, nigga. Like, what the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Niggas is stupid. I would be still in jail, nigga. That's a senior citizen, nigga. Beating up a senior citizen in Connecticut, nigga, you going down, nigga. You gonna be like doing JJ time, JJ 7000 time. Another nutcase and shit that's going down and shit. Gonna be looking stupid. Keep running your mouth, JJ. I dare sure be doing that video when your ass fucking got the fucking going up in there, nigga. Go in the big house. Yep. You better clench your ass and shit like one of them motherfucking clams, nigga. Cause they gonna get you, yo, for beating up a woman and shit. They gonna get you. You in Colorado too? Cause I bet white people run to prison in Colorado and shit. I don't even think there's niggas in Colorado like that. To be in the prison system. Like shit. You gonna have to PC, nigga. You gonna have to fucking pack it up, nigga, as soon as you get in there. Cause you 5'6" too, nigga. 5'6"? Nigga, ain't none of that JJ 7000 and shit. Trying to flex your little short muscles and shit, nigga. They ain't none of that shit going on, nigga. They can get you. They can get you, nigga. You'll go in that shower. You better not do nothing, nigga. You better be taking bird baths or some shit up in the toilet. I swear to go in that shower, nigga. But this picture on the screen is crazy and it's disturbing as fuck, yo. That shit's like creepy. And what's up with like this the LGBTQ question right here. Oh yeah, with y'all, what's up with the black transgenders and shit, like acting like the most ratchetest ass like regular black woman and shit? Like that shit be weird and shit. That shit weird as fuck. But my battery about to die and shit. So let me close this shit up. Thank y'all for watching. I'd like to thank all my supporters. If you like to support me, you can hit my Cash App at Coatbuster $. I'd like to thank our newest member, Alon the Rubinite. So let's start off like this. Alon the Rubinite, Sister P, Brainstorm Homeschool Academy, Josh, Siberia Sleeping Serpent, Nagy Freak Springfield, Yasu, Bill Hill, Myron Edwards, Victor Always, Sam Miguel TV, and Sahara Jr. All right. With that, y'all, I'm Killer B, the goddamn West Fine in general. Like, share, subscribe, yo. Peace. And goddamn, get who that is? Is this my baby daddy? Who that is? That this my baby daddy? Who that is? It's Rob Rack, motherfucker. Peace.